So anyway, I finally got a new camera. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about cameras, but this is the one I wanted. Seems like I get a camera every like 5 years or so, but anyways, at the time I wanted to buy this camera, it was right before my vacation, and it seemed like everyone was out of stock or had it back ordered. I checked online all over the internet. No one seemed to have it. Then on a whim, I went to a local camera shop and they actually had two of them in stock. Now, I have no idea why I did this, but I asked the guy if he could hold it for me. I wanted to think about it overnight. And he told me that his shop had two, but in the whole state, all of his stores, all the stores only had a total of four of them. So he could only hold it for 24 hours. Again, I don't know why I chose to do that. I knew I wanted the camera. I should have bought it on the spot. Anyway, I went back the next day and actually bought it, and they had sold the other camera they had at that store. And so I was fortunate enough to get mine. And so far, so good. Anyway, this is the camera that I was using previously. I think I bought it it's a Canon, and I bought it like 5 or 6 years ago. I also got some new Nikes. Ordered these online. I'm not sure if I like them, but they seem to be pretty nice. And I got this Gorilla Joby tripod that I hope to use. Now, a lot of these pictures in this video were honestly taken using my iPhone 6 Plus, but my next videos I've gotten more comfortable using the Canon Mark II. So my trip to Panama and Colombia, I was able to use it a lot more. Really liking the camera. Anyway, first off, I had to take a couple shots of this hummingbird. My mom spends a lot of time and effort trying to get them to drink her sugar water. So I felt lucky to actually be able to catch one of these guys on video while I was at her house. I mean, these birds are actually amazing. They're super fast and they can just cut angles, like do a 90-degree angle on a dime. And they're also very territorial. Seems like there's always two of them in my mom's backyard kind of fighting, and I'm not sure how serious it is. But anyways, these are pretty amazing birds. Now, I've been to Costa Rica before, but this time I was able to get a better idea of what the place is about. I have a friend who recently moved there. I guess he moved there within the last year. He's from my hometown, and he actually has learned the city and knows it pretty well. So anyway, just like last time, I found Costa Rica to be very beautiful, but I was also able to see more of the outskirts and even visit the national ruins, I believe that's what they call them, and the biggest Catholic church and the oldest church in the country. So anyway, this is the biggest church, and my friend, he likes to bring his dog everywhere. I should have got a picture of him, but anyways, when we got to the church, my friend and his friend wanted to go inside, and as you can see, it's packed. But what you actually do is you get on your knees, and you can kind of like crawl on your knees all the way to the front and then back again. So while he did that, he asked me to hold his dog. And while I was holding him, it took like 10 minutes. So he was getting uncomfortable. I was getting a little tired of carrying him. So I let him down, and unbelievably, he ran inside. He ran in the church. Fortunately, my friends were walking out and he just ran right to them. I mean, that would have been really embarrassing if the church was packed if he would have just started running around and jumping on people. But anyways, we got out of there safely. This area right here is what I believe to be holy water. You can see people rinsing their hands or washing their faces with this water. Some of them even fill up these big jugs, and I don't know if they take them home to bless stuff or they just take them home, but they fill up their jugs with this holy water. And these are some of the national parks or ruins. Now this is the oldest church in Costa Rica. When you look behind it, it does have structural reinforcement, but nevertheless, it's still amazing that they were able to preserve this church for, I don't know how long, for however long it's been in existence. This is my friend playing in the river, in between his many cigarette breaks. Now this is the view from my friend's apartment. It's on the 25th floor, which is pretty high in San Jose. Seems like there are not a lot of high rises in this city. You can see most of the buildings are probably like 3 or 4 stories high. I mean, there are high rises, but his definitely offers a great view because there's not a lot of other buildings you're competing with. You can just see pretty much as far as the eye can see. Now, I have no idea what you call these plants, but when you touch them, they actually close. Then in like 30 seconds or a minute, they reopen, and if you touch them again, they close. So I just thought these plants were pretty cool. This is a huge soccer stadium. It's called Estadio Nacional de Costa Rica. And I guess there's some controversy behind it. The Chinese government donated something like $100 million to actually construct the stadium. And apparently there was favors given, or there's favors that's going to be given in the future for this large donation by the Chinese government. So that's just what people are telling me. I honestly don't know too much about it. I was just amazed how nice the stadium is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm not a camera expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I definitely hope to learn more about this Canon Mark II. Like I said, I've used it a lot more in Panama, and I'm in Colombia now trying to get some good shots in and practice with it. So anyway, take care and thanks for watching.